Welcome back to the channel with Lovely Love Mallorca. Today I'm going to take you up to the mountain village of Sóller, which is a beautiful little village. Then we're going to be getting on the little tram and going to have a little look around the Pourto Sóller. It's a beautiful little port with lots of little hidden secrets and gems, so let's get on with it. We're just on the main road here. There's plenty of car park spaces, all free of charge. That may take you, if you want to drive down to the Pourto Sóller, this way on the left hand side, it will take you up to Palma and up to the ring road. Got cyclists love it around here. The mountains, the views are great. So many different little places to visit and have a look at around this area. And up there, they're the mountains you can see. Beautiful sunny day it is today. So just remembering where I parked the car, which part of the main road, because there's an awful lot of park spaces up there. We're going to take one of these little alleys down here and just have a look around the town itself to see what it's all about. Some beautiful houses as you walk in. Always worth keeping your eyes open and looking everywhere as you're walking down. Beautiful sights. So this is a welcome stop for cyclists to have a little bite to eat before attempting the mountain to go back down. Lots of car parks actually inside as well, but some of you have to pay for, so do read the signs before you leave your car. And of course, being part of the mountains itself, you'll find an endless supply of citrus fruits everywhere. So it's just taking a little walk now up to the square in the centre, have a little look around. It's Saturday today, seems to be quite a lot going on, which is quite nice. The town's very busy so far, lots of cars everywhere. Some beautiful little streets as we're just approaching to the centre now. These houses are so unusual. That's why I love coming to these little towns. Each house is just so different. So this is where the shops and cute little cafes and things begin round here. And the centre's just down the bottom of this road here. It's Saturday's market day, so it'd be nice to see some nice stalls round here. It's a little tram. This goes to the Pourto Sóller. You'll be getting on a little bit later in the film. There's a church. We're actually in the centre now. Plenty of cafes, shops and little avenues with several independent shops just round here. Let's go and have a look. Really nice to see so many people out and about. Every cafe, bar is filled up. There isn't a space available at the moment. Up the stairs, we've got a little craft fair here today as well. Homemade jams and things. I do love looking around craft fairs. You never really know what you're going to find till you're there, do you? Everyone's different to the last craft fair you go to. There's a lovely smell of freshly made coffee around here, which is really nice. So it's one of the little side streets with some shops. One of the things I do like about Sóller is how different the shops are. There's a shop there that everything's made out of cork, handbags, hats. There's some shoes there, that's quite interesting. Remarkable, isn't it? Because we're up the mountains, you see lots of citrus fruits everywhere for sale. And there's several cafes up the side streets if you fancy a drink, bite to eat or whatever. There's loads of them to choose from. Plenty of places to take you an excursion if you fancy one. Fancy a homemade lollipop or ice cream? So it's one of the little side streets. You can see the road closed. And I can keep on going there. It's loads of little places you can go and have a little butchers, a little gallivant, as they say. All these interesting houses and buildings and alleyways and so on to look at. So what we're going to do is take a ride here, head back towards the square, maybe stop off for a drink in the square if we find some space now, have a little look, see what's going on with the market, and then get on the tram and make our way down to the Pourto to see what that's all about. Brilliant to think that when these houses were built, it was before electricity, so how they adapted the houses to take the electric, isn't it? So if I take a left just there, we'll get up to the train station and maybe getting the tram as well. But we've taken a right, that'll take us back down to the centre again. It's always worth coming and having a look around some of these little villages in the middle of nowhere in towns. Everyone's got such a lovely story to tell, and they do excursions here. If you don't fancy renting a car or a bike or something, you can always get an excursion up here. There's a good handful of car parks, I was saying earlier, all around. I like to park outside in the road where you saw, because obviously it's nice to not have to come into the town itself for all the roads and things, but let's just check. Some are free, some we have to pay for. Huge front doors, haven't they, some of these houses got. It's very clean, isn't it? It's in litter free. I may be walking down these alleyways and I've seen people out the front of their houses and shops with dustpan and brushes. They really do take some pride, don't they? Which is lovely. So also, if you want to get here and you're staying at Palma, you can always get on the train as well. The old wooden train that brings you into here, and then you can get onto the tram, so we'll be getting on in a minute, which takes us on to Pourto. So I'm back in the centre now with the craft fair, the market, the dancers. Definitely a good atmosphere here today. Really recommend it to come here for the day. And if you're not sure how to get to the tram or train station, just follow the tracks. They take you up to the station itself. This is where we get our tickets from. Loads of market stalls still up here. Yeah, let's go and get our tickets in. Whilst you're waiting for the tram or train, fancy a drink, ice cream, a bite to eat. You're saying, if you're on the train or you're going back to Palma, there's a train station just up there. You can see the wooden train just on the track, waiting for its departure. Nice lot of people waiting for the tram. They've got 2 trams running at the moment with lots of carriages. You actually pay on the tram itself, €8 per person each way. That's not too bad, I suppose, is it? Lots of people getting on the tram, but also there is a lot of room, as you can see here. So we're on the tram now, on our way to Pourto, which will take about 20 minutes. So along the way we'll see lots of the orange and lemon groves. We cross the road a couple of times and then we'll see the beach of the Port of Sóller. I tell you, it was a lovely market to walk around today. Just here, this is the underground car park that you can go to. Nice little cafe just there, and that's a school, just you can see there with the playing fields. The mountains look gorgeous, don't they? And the cyclists would agree with you as well when they're cycling up there, doing part of their training. We're on the road now, we've just come out of the town of Sóller now. We run alongside of the main road, should I say, which takes us into the port. So if you are planning on driving to the port, you have to go through the tunnel. That's one of the ways you can go there. Or you can carry the road around, which takes you down to the beach. But believe me, it's terrible trouble with parking and lots of cars, especially in the summer months. I think personally you're better off coming on this train where you don't have to worry at all about parking or traffic. That's your man to buy your tickets from, and it is only cash, so be prepared. So we've got off the tram now. The tram carries on round the corner more. We got off here to start our little walk down the port itself. It's a beautiful place down here. And if you are feeling energetic, it's a lovely coast path. Takes you right up to that lighthouse up there. Lots and lots of places to get a drink again. To sit there and admire the view. There's a hotel or two round here. Lovely beach, fancy a little bit of sunbathing, just perfect just here. And swimming as well. There's people in the sea. The sea is so warm here today. So there's plenty of, as I'm saying, hotels along here. It's nice to see so many people out there. It's saying it's a beautiful warm day today. I love looking at these unusual houses. Yeah, beautiful view from the top there, wouldn't you? I do love looking at the different colours in the sea. And of course, because it's getting busier, we're getting more and more trams on now as well. They're a lot more frequent, and that just shows you how warm it is today, doesn't it? With a good couple of dozen people sunbathing. And of course, this being a fishing port, and still a very busy fishing port, the speciality of the restaurants is fish. You can't get it much fresher. They're caught off boat in the morning and on your plate in the afternoon, can you? just gorgeous, isn't it? And in a second or two we'll start looking at the boats. You've got boats for everyone here. You can do excursions here. They do some beautiful excursions around. You can have an excursion with a boat, a tram, a train, and the train that also takes you down to Palma as well. I'll put a link to that trip at the end of it. It's a brilliant trip, it really is. Well recommended, let's put it that way. And of course, if you just fancy a drink, you've got somewhere here to have a coffee, a beer, a wine, or whatever it is. There's some lovely restaurants here as well. You get your tram back to Sóller town from here. What better way than enjoying your meal, a drink, and having a look at these boats. And there's a little town here. There's a good few shops up here selling different bits and pieces. Fancy an ice cream? Lots here. Obviously, being up the mountains, you get some speciality ice creams from here. And this is where you will catch your tram as well to take you back. Ice cream, it's rude not to, isn't it? It's a vanilla, lovely. Very good. And these are the proper fishing boats. They're all lined up, ready for the morning. See the fishing nets in the back of that one. Well, it's been a really marvellous day, isn't it? We've got the tram now to take it back to Sóller, and then we're going to be driving back to Alcudia then. It's been a beautiful day. We've had some ice cream, look around the market, that's brilliant, wasn't it? And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget Facebook group Loving Life Mallorca, and the new website as well, which is also Loving Life Mallorca. Catch you soon, guys. You take care of each other, and bye for now.